My name's Brian Barnes, I'm the producer on this video. This is Mark Davenport, he was the director. The video is for Brother International Europe, and this video was to promote 3 labelling machines which are specifically for the electrician market. So we wanted to show the functionality of the machines, the fact that they can actually print out labels sequentially, that we can download from a spreadsheet into the machine and then print labels. We wanted to show the fact that the labels were tested to the extreme and that they would work in hostile environments. To that end, we decided that we would shoot on the top of a building. In particular, this one that you can see behind us, which is the Green Building in Manchester. One of the techniques that we thought would work well in showing how the labels were tested to the extreme was to show how open to the elements they were on the top of this high building. And what better way to show that than to get an aerial shot looking down on the building or the electrician who's using the labelling machine.
So we decided to use Ironbird, a company based in Liverpool, a really fantastic company I've used in the past on a film I've done. Yeah, we knew they could provide the shot we wanted, which was to be a shot travelling up the side of the building and revealing this electrician. It was quite a windy day, which you can't always foresee. We've done weather checks.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing that we did on the production side, and this was the first time that we'd used a camera like this, really. So there's a lot of things that you have to look into from a health and safety point of view and all that. We've been checking the weather forecast, and we knew the wind we knew it wasn't going to be really calm, but we thought it would be absolutely fine from the point of view of the forecast before we went into the shoot. But on the day it was a little bit more gusty and a bit more demanding of an environment than we thought, wasn't it?
It was windy, it was quite gusty, but we always have a plan B, and I think the thing is in those situations is to find a compromise where you can still achieve the kind of dramatic, stylish shots you want.
There was a few shots that we didn't quite get. One was an approach shot of the building that we wanted to do flying towards it, but in the end we just shot that on a tripod, and because we were shooting at 2.5K we could just do an ease in post-production. So there were some shots that we didn't get on the day, but it hasn't really detracted from the film. The main thing was that we got those really nice positive aerials to show the labels and how they were tested to the extreme.
So bearing in mind the weather and the conditions, we'd factored in a pickup day. So we knew that more controlled conditions would work better, because for Brother and for these labels, they're so intricate and so small that it's really important that we do macro shots, really, that you get right in there. And the details really specific, so sometimes you have to do 10 or 15 goes at just a label. It sounds incredibly precise and pedantic, but you have to do it. So I think having controlled conditions for that is really important, and obviously up on the building we did what we could, and we got some really good shots up there, but we kind of knew in the back of our minds that we might have to do that again.
So that was a bit about day one, really, which was all about this building and the electrician with the most expensive machine. But to show the mid-range machine, we went into a computer server room to show how IT labelling could be facilitated. Maybe you can tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, day 2 we went into a different environment, more controlled, visually interesting still, especially the server room. And essentially we're filming labels and cables and industrial environments generally on the Brother shoots. So I think the thing is to bring as much movement and mood into it as possible. So we decided to use a float cam for most of the day, for most of the shots. Pretty much kept the camera on that. That enabled us to do very smooth jibs, very smooth tracks, and we just planned the storyboards around that, really, and just made sure that we didn't detract from the product and what it was doing, but tried to make the video as interesting as possible. We
had 3 themes really going on. For the main machine, the exterior of the building, the fact it was all rugged and outside and using things at night. In the server room we had a blue feeling going on, because obviously server rooms are cool for the computers. And then when we got to the AV technician, we're using a warmer look, because he was inside, and we had a lot of warm tones in that room, the wood of the desks, and more of an office environment and an AV room. And then we finished off with the technician outside putting a sticker onto a CCTV camera, and that sort of showed really the full range of the machines and how they could all be utilised by different sorts of electrician in the business. It was a great project to work on, and we had some new interesting techniques to use from our point of view as filmmakers.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully, you know, the video speaks for itself, really.